there's been more fallout from the Jon Gruden email controversy. Buccaneers have removed him from their Ring of Honor. This is absolutely ridiculous. But let's get into this article before I say why. It says Jon Gruden, this is from New York Post by Jenna Limoncelli. Jon Gruden's NFL downfall continues. One day after Gruden resigned as head coach of the Raiders in wake of an unsettling email controversy, Buccaneers said Tuesday that they will remove his name from the franchise's Ring of Honor. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have advocated for purposeful change in the areas of race relations, gender equality, diversity, and inclusion for many years, the team said in a statement. While we acknowledge Jon Gruden's contributions on the field, his actions go against our core values as an organization. Therefore, he will no longer continue to be a member of the Buccaneers Ring of Honor. 58-year-old coached Tampa Bay for 7 seasons, leading the Bucs' 2002 Super Bowl championship. So, his values don't go against your core values as an organization. But Antonio Brown and Rich Sherman are fine. Antonio Brown has his sexual assault allegations. He has other issues. He's got a lot of issues. And then Richard Sherman has his domestic violence charge. To be fair, he didn't actually hurt anybody. But, I mean, got those people on your team, on the roster, playing currently. I mean, not at this moment. They're not playing right now. But not on roster active. But you remove him for opinions and language you don't like. Absolutely ridiculous. But that's not it. NFLPA is petitioning the NFL to release all the emails from the Washington football team investigation. So this is an article from ESPN. They say the NFL Association said Tuesday it plans to request that the NFL release the remainder of the 650,000 emails reviewed as part of the investigation into workplace misconduct for the Washington football team. Leaked emails from that investigation show that, we know that. We've had communications with the league. The NFLPA plans to request that the NFL release the rest of the emails. NFLPA Executive Director DeMaurice Smith told USA Today Sports in a phone interview. NFLPA spokesperson George Atala confirmed to ESPN's Dan Graziano that the union planned to request the emails, as the NFL spokesperson told USA Today had no plans to release those emails for confidentiality reasons. Good. But you shouldn't release Jon Gruden's emails if that was the case. There was no reason to. Attorneys representing 40 former employees of the Washington football team also urged the NFL to release the emails. It is truly outrageous after the NFL's 10-month investigation involving hundreds of witnesses and 650,000 documents, not documents, they're emails, difference, related to the long-time culture of harassment and abuse at the Washington football team. They're not necessarily related. They're just emails that were in that time period. That's it. That Gruden emails aren't related. The only person to be held accountable and lose their job is the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. The lawyers Lisa Banks and Deborah Katz said in a statement, if the NFL felt it appropriate to release these offensive emails from Jon Gruden, which it obtained during its investigation into the Washington football team, it must also release findings related to the actual target of that investigation. Our clients and the public at large deserve transparency and accountability. If not, the NFL and Commissioner Roger Goodell must explain why they appear intent on protecting the Washington football team and over Dan Snyder at all costs. I actually agree with them, believe it or not. If they're going to release Jon Gruden's, then why aren't they releasing the others? But I don't think they should release Jon Gruden's. It just creates a slippery slope. Now they're asking for all the emails related to people working for the Washington football team. And then they're going to ask for, well, what about these other owners and general managers and coaches, whoever? Then they're going to say, well, what about the players? I'm sure they've said far worse than we have, and they're probably right with that. And the players are going to fight back with that. It's just a slippery slope you don't want to go down. Meanwhile, you have Kareem Hunt and Deshaun Watson and a lot of others in the league that have had domestic violence charges. You have Deshaun Watson, who has had many sexual assault, harassment, and worse allegations. He's currently being investigated, still not on the exempt list, which I don't think he should be. I think they should let the investigation play out, but just pointing out the hypocrisy with this. Got all these players who've done, how have actually done way worse things, actually committed acts of violence against women and others, and meanwhile they fire, quote, resigned, doing air quotes, but they forced him out, forced Jon Gruden out over opinions and language they don't like. The only time he directed a slur at a person that slur would affect was Michael Sam, and he just said queer, called him queer. People still use it all the time. Like that was normal in 2014, almost. So there's nothing that bad in there, unless you're offended by opinions. You don't have to like the language he used either, but there's nothing that bad in there. It should have gotten fired, and there's a lot of context missing in that New York Times article. So absolutely ridiculous he got fired. Meanwhile, you have these players playing in the league and getting removed from the Ring of Honor. Meanwhile, Antonio Brown, Richard Sherman are on the roster. I'm sure other players on there have actually done worse things. So this whole thing just pisses me off. They should not be releasing these emails. It's a major violation of privacy. I don't know how these executives and coaches and whoever else connected with these, if they did release the rest of these emails, would ever be able to trust them again with their privacy, even now with just releasing Jon Gruden's. I don't know how these people can trust the NFL with their privacy. But I guess let me know what you think about this. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, comment, share. I have another channel called Puffle Outlaw where I talk about news and entertainment world regarding Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, gaming, and more. So check that out, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.